अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स। उम्मीद है आज आप सब लोग खैरियत से होंगे। Today we shall discuss one of the most important parts of speech, which is called adjectives. Do you remember what adjectives are? Yes, they are called describing words because they describe things. But हमें किसी चीज़ को describe करने की ज़रूरत ही क्या है? Well, when we look at something, smell something, touch something, hear something, we want everyone to hear, feel, and experience all that we've experienced in a similar way. It is just a way of life. That is why we are all different from one another. कुछ लोग बहुत फनी होते हैं क्योंकि वो लाइफ को एक बहुत मज़ाहिया अंदाज में देखते हैं and they can make a good joke about anything. Some people are considered dull and uninteresting because उनको दुनिया में किसी चीज़ के बारे में उनके पास opinions ही नहीं होती. But using adjectives means that you have opinions about things, and that is a good thing. हमें expressive होना चाहिए, and we should be able to tell others why something was good or bad or funny. That is how you become different from the rest. In fact, इस वक्त क्लास में आप सब स्टूडेंट्स की अपनी अपनी different opinions है. Student A may think differently about me. They may think that I am a good teacher. I always make the class fun. But student B के पास different opinion हो सकती है. उनको लग सकता है कि I am not clear enough. उनको लग सकता है कि I need to work harder. These are all opinions. And how do we share our opinions? By adjectives. अपनी एपिसोड को आगे लेने से पहले let's watch this video. Let's watch it together and share our opinions about it in the class. Wasn't that cute? I liked how the girl expressed everything with the song. I hoped you liked it as well. Students, you saw how the girl used adjectives to describe how our camping trip was frustrating, soggy, and muddy. But this is the girl speaking. What about you who listened to her story? Did you also imagine the cold? Did you imagine the soggy, muddy ground? You did, right? जब हम किसी को एडजेक्टिव्स यूज़ करते हुए सुनते हैं तो हमारे माइंड में एग्जैक्ट वो पिक्चर विजुअलाइज होना शुरू हो जाती है. चलें आए एक और एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. आई वॉन्ट ऑल ऑफ यू टू टेक अ मोमेंट एंड बी कम्प्लीटली साइलेंट. अपनी आंखें बंद करें. नेक्स्ट आई वॉन्ट यू टू फोकस ऑन वॉट आई से एंड ट्राई टू विजुअलाइज इट इन योर हेड्स. आप इमेजिन करें दैट यू आर होल्डिंग अ लेमन. अपने हाथों में इसको फील करें. छोटा सा है and it is round and smooth. When you hold it to your eyes, you see its pale yellow color. और छोटी छोटी इसमें green lines भी हैं. As you're looking at it, you bring it closer to your mouth and take a great big bite. Ew. The reason why you had such a reaction is because adjectives appeal to your senses. They can allow your brain to imagine something even when it is absent. इसलिए तो इनको descriptive words कहते हैं because they give you additional information about the noun so that you can describe or clarify them. चलें अब हम adjectives के कुछ different types को देखते हैं. Number 1 is descriptive adjectives. Most of the adjectives come in this type. As the name shows, these adjectives attach a descriptive quality to the noun or pronoun, which gives them more meaning. For example, I think I like the pink shirt better than the purple one. इस sentence में pink और purple are examples of descriptive adjectives. क्योंकि ये आपको noun के बारे में additional information दे रहे हैं. और यहाँ noun है कौन सा? जी बिल्कुल, shirts. Another example is, she brushed her long brown hair. इसमें आपके पास क्या adjectives हैं? Long and brown. A tip to locate the adjectives in a sentence is to first figure out what the noun is, because the adjective usually comes before the noun. Without adjectives, our sentences would appear lifeless and boring. For example, swans float. कितना डल सा लग रहा है ना आपको ये। अब अगर आपको इस सेंटेंस को इंटरेस्टिंग सा बनाना है तो आप इसमें एडजेक्टिव्स ऐड कर सकते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द वाइट स्वान gracefully floated on the lake, her elegant neck delicately curved. All of a sudden, this sentence is more vivid and full of imagination, which is why the use of adjective is so important. Number two, quantitative adjectives. Some adjectives tell you about the quantity of the noun in question. That is why they are called quantitative adjectives. And obviously, these are important. आपने कभी किसी को बताना है that you need 2 ice creams, या you want to have 3 slices of pizza, या you need to buy a lot of novels to survive quarantine. All these words indicate the exact or approximate quantity of nouns. हमारे पास और ऐसी एग्जाम्पल्स हो सकती हैं जैसे she has 9 boys in her biology class. The queue was lined up with at least 20 people. 9 और 20 इधर न्यूमेरिकल एडजेक्टिव्स हैं जिनमें आपको एग्जैक्ट क्वांटिटी पता चल रही है. वरना यूजुअली यू कैन यूज टर्म्स लाइक फ्यू, मेनी, अ लॉट, इनफ, होल, नन, मोस्ट. Some of you might be thinking that the words I've mentioned seem to be similar, like indefinite pronouns. So how do we differentiate between an indefinite pronoun and a quantitative adjective? Well, indefinite pronouns are used to avoid naming a noun. For example, nobody stepped forward. इस सेंटेंस में noun हमें नजर नहीं आ रहा. That means nobody over here is indefinite. But in quantitative adjectives, they are used to indicate quantity. Would you pour me some milk? इसमें आपके पास noun आ रहा है, आपको आ रहा है. That means in this sentence, some is a quantitative adjective. Number 3, interrogative adjectives. In interrogative sentences, we tend to use interrogative adjectives like whose, which, what, how many, how much, when we want to question something about the nouns coming after them. For example, whose dog is this? How many dresses are you buying? What book are you holding? How much salary did you get? In sentences में whose, how many और what के बाद बार बार एक noun आ रहा है. This means that they are interrogative adjectives. They are used in a question. अब यहाँ again interrogative pronouns are different from interrogative adjectives. The difference is merely in how interrogative pronouns are used in a sentence and how interrogative adjectives are used in a sentence. Firstly, interrogative pronouns replace or substitute the noun, जैसे हमने पहले पढ़ा था. For example, who threw that? What is that I see? Here we see no noun. They are without a noun. That is why who and what are interrogative pronouns. But interrogative adjectives do not stand alone. इनके पास हमेशा noun आता है. Which car are you buying? इसमें आपके पास noun क्या है? Car. That means in this sentence, which is an interrogative adjective. Number 4, proper adjectives. Most adjectives you'll see are common adjectives. That means that they would be describing a common place, a common person, or a common thing. For example, a tall building, a sturdy house, beautiful lake, purple curtains, noisy girl, empty room, etc. लेकिन जो proper adjectives होते हैं, they describe names, places and things, but they are derived from proper nouns, meaning that they describe names of proper names and proper places and proper things. For example, Pakistan word को लेते हैं. In order for me to use this as a proper adjective, I would have to say Pakistani. I love Pakistani food. Their biryani is the best. इस सेंटेंस में पाकिस्तानी प्रोजेक्ट से पाकिस्तानी क्वालिटी ऑन टू द फूड. कोई और एग्जाम्पल देखते हैं. How many Asian countries have you visited? The African tribes always seem to welcoming and polite. Arabic calligraphy is very famous throughout the world. In these sentences, Pakistani, Asian, African, and Arabic, these are proper adjectives. Proper adjectives are also based on the names of well-known people, both real and fictional. For example, during September, they threw a Marxist play. Here, we have used Karl Marx ideology as a quality for a play. एक और एग्जाम्पल देखते हैं. Along with Shakespearean drama, we shall also be covering Shakespearean poetry this semester. The Christian monasteries were also famous for their architecture. In these words, Christian and Shakespearean are proper adjectives. Number 5, demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives also directly refer to something using words like this, that, these and those. इसमें आप demonstrate कर रहे होते हो. They help to indicate exactly which noun or pronoun we are talking about. Again, do not confuse them with demonstrative pronouns. क्योंकि a demonstrative pronoun does function to refer to a noun, but जैसे मैंने पहले explain किया था, they also require a context. So that when words like this, that, these and those are used, they don't unnecessarily repeat the noun. For example, I love penguins. These, however, aren't available in the market. The context in this sentence is I love penguins. This allows us to use the demonstrative pronoun these without mentioning penguins again. When we use this, that, these and those as demonstrative pronouns, they must have a context. लेकिन demonstrative adjectives के लिए context होना ज़रूरी नहीं है. They are always used with the noun. For example, that food you cooked was delicious. Did you finally throw away those ridiculous shirts? Is this ball mine or yours? In these sentences, that, those, and these, this are demonstrative adjectives. By now, you may have a good idea what adjectives are and how they are used. To recap, they are words which attach qualities to the noun in the form of descriptive words, quantitative words, questioning words, referring words, and even proper nouns used as adjectives. Lastly, let's talk about the degrees or levels of adjectives. There are basically 3 degrees of adjective: positive, comparative, and superlative. The positive degree of adjective is a simple adjective. For example, tall. The comparative degree shows that आप दो चीज़ों को compare कर रहे हो. And the superlative degree shows जब आपने सबसे ज़्यादा highest quality किसी noun को दे दी. For example, tall is a positive degree. But जब आपने दो चीज़ों को compare करना है तो आप बोलोगे taller. For example, Ali is tall, but Sam is taller than Ali. और superlative degree means giving the highest degree. तो आप कहोगे, but Ahmed is the tallest boy in the class. Let's look at a video. चलें स्टूडेंट्स, अब हम इस एपिसोड के कुछ की पॉइंट्स पर गौर करते हैं. Adjectives are words that provide information about the noun. Information can be in the form of quality, like tall, beautiful, short, fat, small. It can be in the form of quantity, for example, little, some, enough, many, less. It can be in the form of references, for example, this, that, these, those. It can be in the form of proper nouns used as adjectives and interrogatives like that, which, whose. The degrees of adjectives are levels in adjectives. They are usually used when making a comparison. For example, tall, taller and tallest. अब हम अपना टेस्ट लेंगे और देखेंगे कि हमने आज के एपिसोड से क्या सीखा. Identify the underlined adjectives. Number 1, Karachi is a big city. In this sentence, big is interrogative adjective, demonstrative adjective, descriptive adjective. The correct answer is descriptive adjective. Number 2, She ate some rice. In this sentence, some is quantitative adjective, descriptive adjective, interrogative adjective. The correct answer is quantitative adjective. Number 3. The foolish crow opened his mouth to sing. In this sentence, foolish is adjective of quality, adjective of quantity, adjective of number. The correct answer is adjective of quality. Number 4. He has little patience. In this sentence, little is quantitative adjective, descriptive adjective, proper adjective. The correct answer is quantitative adjective. Number 5. He has lost all of his wealth. In this sentence, all is qualitative adjective, demonstrative adjective, interrogative adjective. The correct answer is qualitative adjective. Students, अगली एपिसोड तक अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिए. अल्लाह हाफिज़.